Coming up on the Talon News.
Argyle's bass fishing team begins their season tournaments.
Staff and students tell us about their favorite Halloween movies.
Coach Rogers celebrates his 200th win.
The school board starts their early elections.
And this is the view from the nest.
Hey Eagles, welcome to the Talon's broadcast, and I'm Sloan Dial.
And I'm Jacob Lorman.
Argyle High School's 2020 bass fishing team has started their tournament season. Jacob and I get a closer look and talk to some students who are involved. As the years go on, small clubs like the bass fishing team grow and expand. We spoke to some members to see how their programs have developed.
We talked to Ashton Burton and Jacob Lorman to see why they joined the bass fishing team.
I joined the bass fishing team freshman year because it seemed like something fun I could do with my buddy Brock. And I've always loved fishing, and I don't know, why not?
I joined the bass fishing team because I like fishing and it's a good hobby that I have and it's something I can do after high school.
The team is important to some of their members so they can build new relationships with new people.
The bass fishing team is important to me because I get to spend time with not just my friends, but we get to do something we love together and try to be the best we can.
The bass team is important to me because it builds good relationships and it's a good team sport. Most people don't see it as a team sport, but the relationships that you get from bass fishing are just different than any other sport.
Getting ready for a tournament takes long hours of preparation.
Before a tournament, we usually go pre-fish the day before, so we wake up really early and then go fish for the whole day, figure out our spots and where we're going to fish. And then go home, rig rods, wake up early, and it's tournament day.
This has been Sloan Dial and Jacob Lorman reporting for the Talon News.
Be sure and show your support for our bass fishing team as they start their new season. With the start of the fall season, Halloween is right around the corner. Ella Rader, Kinsey Emmons, and Hallie Malpass talked to our students and staff about their favorite Halloween movies.
We talked to some Argyle students and staff members about what their favorite Halloween movie is for this fall season.
What's your favorite Halloween movie?
It's Hocus Pocus because I love that movie and I've been watching it like every Halloween since I was like a little girl, so.
Okay, what's your favorite Halloween movie and why?
My favorite Halloween movie is Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's kind of the only movie I know that's Halloween.
My favorite Halloween movie is Nightmare Before Christmas because of Jack the Skeleton.
My favorite Halloween movie is probably Child's Play, mostly because it's really funny.
It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and it just always makes me laugh. I've watched it since I was a kid.
I'd have to say Dexter, even though that's a TV show, because I'm really interested in the forensic science field, and I really like just watching to see how people make TV shows about it, and it's just very interesting and really fun to watch.
Halloween first, the very first one, because it was the only horror movie that scared me to death that I never once ever watched another horror movie ever again. That was my last one, the very first one.
What's your favorite Halloween movie?
That would be The Wizard of Oz, because as a little girl, I was terrified by the Wicked Witch of the West and the flying monkeys, and it brings back great memories. I also like Dracula.
This has been Kinsey Emmons, Ella Rader, and Hallie Malpass reporting for the Talon News.
Be sure and stay safe this Halloween.
At the end of our city football game, Coach Rogers celebrated his 200th win.
Bobby Bowling spoke to him about how he accomplished that goal.
This is Bobby Bowling reporting for the Talon News. Today, we interviewed head coach Todd Rogers about his 200 career wins.
Well, I think 200 wins means a lot of things. I think it means that I've been coaching for a long time. This is my 18th season. But the essence of building a program from the time that I walked into this school district to 18 years later, it's amazing that the number of people we've positively impacted and obviously the accomplishments of getting 200 wins. This is a community built around working hard. We've been fortunate with winning a lot of games during preseason. We're spoiled. Winning is not easy. The challenges, we've lost to really good teams. It's not, pop and circumstance. There's a lot of preparation that goes into success, and I think these kids spend 7 days a week, most 12 months out of the year to prepare. Sometimes they go on vacation, would be the only time they're not preparing or doing something to improve themselves. So we have a great commitment in this community and great support from our administration, and getting, playing an undefeated season and winning 200 games is a true testament to the values in this community. I think my biggest motivation from the very beginning is the value of playing football. I've always put that as a very high priority. I think that it's important for young men and women to compete in sports. Specifically to the sport of football, I think you experience success, you experience failure, you experience pain, you experience disappointment, and I think there's growth and education in that. And I think that kids have to put the team first. And I think that's an important aspect to teach. And I think if they'll just prioritize and listen to their coaches and put team priorities first, that I think that every kid that leaves our program will be better on the other side. COVID has had an impact. I'm not saying it's had a negative impact. Attendance is down 50% just because that's a rule that was handed out. But online viewership has tripled, because we have a bunch of kids and a booster club that want to offer live streaming and give everybody possible a positive experience. And so we've taken lemons and we've made lemonade, and we've improved the image and the brand of Argyle football, and there's no telling how many people it's reaching all across the nation, because they otherwise might not get to travel because of COVID. They otherwise might not get to attend because of COVID, because they may be susceptible to the disease, but we've offered them an avenue to stay connected. I think Argyle football has been fun to be associated with. I hope it's an environment that breeds positivity. I think it is. I think people come to their hometown football game, and we have a small, quaint stadium that's not superior and ginormous like some of the stadiums we go into. But there's good food in the concession stand, and there's good conversation on the fence line, and there's a good product on the field. But it's very special to be out there when the national anthem plays.
Wish them luck as they head into the playoffs.
The local school board elections finish up on November 4th.
Owen Norquette and Jacob Stroop look into these elections.
With a variety of local and national elections just around the corner, it's important to stay informed and understand the importance of these elections. Some of these upcoming local elections include the school board elections. We talked to members of the school board to discuss the importance of these elections and the school board as a whole. The secretary of the school board and the superintendent explained the importance of the school board.
The significance of the school board is that the 7-member school board oversees the superintendent and approves the budget. They do evaluate and hire the superintendent. Any policy that is made for the district, the board approves. Each month on our board agenda, we have a list of action items that the board listens to, and then they vote on those. It can be a 7-0 vote, it can be a 6-1 vote, it has to be at least a 4-3 vote to approve an action item.
Well, school board members in general help set policy for the district. We don't get involved in the day-to-day actions of the district. It's more about helping the superintendent and the district administration set policy to affect the day-to-day operations. With regard to secretary, it's really more about simple things like when people come to speak, they have a certain set amount of time to speak. I time that. I do a lot of signatures. I sign a lot of documents and checks and things like that, but it's really pretty simple. Nothing major with regard to being secretary.
School board elections allow the people of the district to voice their wants and concerns to the school.
School board elections are extremely significant, and the reason that school board elections are so important is that is the voice of the people living in that particular school district. if a person votes, it gives him or her a voice. That's the way that you can select a candidate that you feel like aligns with the values that you want to see brought forward in the district. Like, for example, if you feel very strong about construction, or if you feel very strong about finance or instruction, you want to make sure that the person that you're voting for also has that as part of their campaign agenda and part of what that they want to make sure they promote.
School board members recommend people to do their research and vote for who they feel best fits the position.
I would ask people in general, the voters in general, to do their homework. If you're pleased with the way that the district has been being run in the last 6+ years, then I think a vote for myself or a vote for Dr. Bitter is a positive thing. If you're not, then we'd love to hear from you, right? I mean, everybody is welcome to a school board meeting and to share their opinions and their thoughts. But we seem to be doing good things with Lone Star Cup championships and UIL championships and doing a lot of great things in this district. So I would ask for your vote and for your continued support of the board as it stands today.
The president is unopposed, but we have 2 other places on the ballot, and there are 2 candidates for each of those. And we did have a candidate forum. It was a virtual candidate forum. You can listen to it on the Argyle ISD website or on one of the PTA, well, not on the website, but on the Facebook or on one of the PTA Facebook pages. And it gives you a good idea of what ideas the candidates have about why they're running.
This has been Owen Norquette and Jacob Stroop reporting for the Talon News.
The outcome of these elections will be out on November 4th.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow us at The Talon News on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And for more stories following your life, visit www.thetalonnews.com.
Tune in next time as we discover Argyle one story at a time.